Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the very special edition of Dan's Thoughts. This is the E3 2011 edition, where I discuss the events that happened at E3, a few interesting things, a few flops, a few of the new games that are coming out. I basically tried to get as much, I tried to watch as much coverage as I possibly could for it, so I could let you guys know my thoughts about the whole event and what I liked particularly, what I didn't like particularly. And I've been taking notes the past few days just to get everything. Now, the main thing that people want to know about E3, the main thing people go to watch at E3, yeah, the new games, but the main showcases are definitely the conferences for the three major companies in gaming: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. And I have written down everything I felt needed to be said about the conferences, everything that was good, maybe what I was looking forward to, maybe everything that I missed. That could have been avoided, you know what I mean, like that they should have avoided. But anyways, regardless, we'll start out with Microsoft's conference. If you guys watched E3 last year, all three main companies dropped the ball ridiculously, because, well, Microsoft and Sony were pushing their motion control. Microsoft was Kinect, and then Sony was the Move. And that's all they ever talked about. No new games or anything. Just these new way of playing games that no one really cared about. And we just stuck with their guns, and they were the leader of the pack in terms of motion control, since they came out with it first before anybody else, and that was just, the big hit. However, this year they focused a little more on the games. They still brought back, what's good about motion, blah blah blah. But what can you say? Like Microsoft, we'll start out with Microsoft. For some reason, if you guys did see the conferences or not, they started out with, pretty much the first two things they started out, they showed two games. They showed Modern Warfare 3 and Tomb Raider. And Modern Warfare 3 I kind of get, because it's such a blockbuster hit, and everyone, everyone's going to go out and get Modern Warfare 3, hands down. It doesn't even matter if, what happened with Modern Warfare 2. People are still going to run out and get Modern Warfare 3. Everybody will. It does not matter. It's another Call of Duty game. That's all you have to do. That's the thing about Call of Duty. You could call it anything. You could call it Call of Duty lick some balls, and people would go play that. Go out and buy it and play it just because Call of Duty. I mean, because Call of Duty is like the leader in terms of games. It doesn't matter. It's a new environment, new style of game to do the same thing that you love to do. I get that, but I feel like there's always room for change. Now, another thing I didn't understand was when you make a press conference for your company, you want to show the people games that are unique to your console. Unique to, that would make you stand out and say, I want to buy an Xbox over this console because it has these games coming out, or whatever the case is. Well, Modern Warfare 3 and Tomb Raider, they're cross-platform, aren't they? I mean, Modern Warfare 3 is available on PS3 as well. What's the big deal? Like, what does Xbox bring that PS3 doesn't in terms of Modern Warfare 3? Like, what does it matter? I mean, if you've got what the conferences are, not only to get people to buy consoles if they haven't already, but they're also trying to get people to switch over. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. And when you put out a game that a PS3 user could say, well, why would I go buy an Xbox just to get Modern Warfare 3 when I can go get it for PS3? I'd save a lot of money, and I'm used to my PS3 controls, so why would I go buy it for the Xbox? That I didn't fully understand, and the Tomb Raider I didn't understand either, because, well, Tomb Raider was a great franchise. Keyword was. The last Tomb Raider game I played was Legend. I think that game came out in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. Long time ago. And I hadn't played a Tomb Raider game after that. I mean, they had Anniversary, they had Underworld, I believe it was called, I can't remember, but the games weren't like their original games. The original games were much better, and they seem to have dropped that, but they're trying to force this new game that was announced a while ago, but a lot of these games were announced. That's the thing about this year's E3. Not a whole lot of games were secretive, and they brought out, they didn't bring out a bunch of new things that I think they should have, but, what are you going to do, right? Now, the other thing that they really brought out, well, they didn't really bring it out, but what they also announced another Fable. It's called Fable Journey. But I've never been a huge Fable fan. I played the first game, and I enjoyed it. It was kind of like Knights of the Old Republic, and that was the game I was really playing at the time that Fable was a big hit, was Knights of the Old Republic. And I just felt, why would I play that game, over this one? If I had the choice, I'd play Knights of the Old Republic, no problem, like hands down. But there's just Fable Journeys, like pretty much new Fable. There's nothing a whole new to it. I believe there's Kinect support for it, but again, the Kinect isn't really what's going to make or break the system. It doesn't. It's just something that would attract the casual gamer, like every other motion control device out there. So that's just my thought on that. I mean, I don't see, I don't see myself going out to buy this Fable Journey because, I've never been a huge fan of the Fable series. Actually, I'm not a fan of the Fable series, or else I'd have all the games and have played them completely. I've only played Fable 1, maybe I played a few hours of it, and I was like, I prefer Knights of the Old Republic, you know what I mean? So not a whole lot to say about Fable, but it is a console exclusive for Xbox 360, so that's their games they should do, like that Modern Warfare 3 thing shouldn't have been. But another thing that really, really caught my eye for sure, because this is one of the reasons I wanted to watch E3 primarily, was talk of Mass Effect 3. Because I love Mass Effect, if you guys know, it's my favorite game series ever, the Mass Effect series. I was itching to see what they did. Now, Mass Effect 3 was definitely, I'm still excited for it. The BioWare team did nothing to make Mass Effect unpleasurable, so to speak, but Microsoft kind of did in a way. I mean, it's more neutral for me because I don't really care. But what I'm talking about is, in Mass Effect 3, let's talk about some of the new things. Well, like they're bringing back a bunch of new characters. They've redeveloped the entire combat scheme, combat controls and everything like that. The whole combat of the game has been improved. So if you thought Mass Effect 2's combat was good, they've increased it by that you can roll, you can throw grenades, like actually throw grenades, like lob them instead of just hitting the back button and just throwing them at the ground like Shepard would do in the past games. Just the whole combat system has been advanced, and they've also introduced a new melee. Instead of just rifle butting the guy, you have an Omni Blade, and it's like the Omni tool. Well, a blade comes out of it, you can stab the guy or slice him or whatever you want to do, and I thought that was really cool. An Omni tool. If I'm always the soldier class, so an Omni tool actually come in handy for me. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a really cool introduction. Now, what else Microsoft was bringing up was. It was implemented in Mass Effect 3, and this is what I'm talking about. They're bringing this is actually kind of useful. It's not a reason to go out and buy the Kinect by any means at all, but definitely it makes things easier if you have one. Since I have one, I'd say it's at least it's making the Kinect, giving it more of a reason to go out and buy a Kinect, but it still isn't. You know what I mean? Like I have one, so I don't feel as stupid for buying it. You know what I'm saying? But they're bringing in Bing for the Kinect, and basically what it is, it's using the voice recognition in the Kinect, the microphone, to search your Xbox, search the marketplace, search this and that, just by saying what you want to search. So you just say Bing Call of Duty or something, for example, and it'll bring you up anything with Call of Duty in the title. So you can maybe get DLCs, videos on them, or anything related to Call of Duty, which is really neat. Now I don't know if you can search like Bing. Gamer score, you know what I mean? Like bring up your gamer score or whatever you want to do. I don't know if you can do that, but in terms of content, that's kind of a new thing, a cool thing. So like, you don't know if this DLC's been released and you want to check. So you go, Bing, whatever game DLC, or just whatever game, and you can just select it and see if the DLC's out. It's quick. You don't have to go and scroll through all the menus to find it. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, when I said they implemented in Mass Effect 3, it's kind of a neutral thing, like, I don't see the need for it kind of thing. And what I'm talking about is voice implementation. So when you're in dialogue and you're doing your speech, where you have, you're wanting to choose what you want to say, you can just drop your controller, put it down, and do the whole dialogue with nothing but your voice. So you could say, for example, you're talking to somebody and it's like you read out whatever option you want. So like there could be the three options. You got the good option, the neutral option, and the evil option. You can read the thing off and Shepard will say it. But what's the difference? Is it not quicker just to wouldn't it be faster just to look at what you want to say and then just move and just hit A or X or whatever console you're playing on, just hit the button, you're done, you have it said, you don't need to say out the whole phrase just to make the thing go. I mean, that's the kind of thing I don't really follow, but it's one of those things that doesn't make or break the game at all. Like, you can play it without it as long as Connect is optional, then it's okay. But if you made it mandatory, you would kill a game that everyone's been anticipated for a long time. And I'm glad they didn't do that, because that would just be terrible to force the Connect on people who aren't interested. Now, the thing is, with that as well, they've also introduced a new thing. It's kind of cool. It actually makes it kind of easy at times. And they've done it where you do in-combat voice communication. So say you have Garrus and Liara in your party. You're in action. You're fighting. You don't want to move the controller to tell them to go there. You say, Garrus, move up. Garrus will move to your spot that you pointed at. Or you can say, Liara, singularity, and Liara will use singularity on the enemy. And, you know, that is actually kind of neat. That way you don't have to, when you're giving commands on those type of things, you don't have to, you know, how you have to go into the menu or use the shortcuts and use the pause button to, you know, do that. To pause gameplay, tell them to do it, then do it. Otherwise, you can just say it, and you're still in combat shooting, and you can say, okay, Liara, singularity on that asshole. You know what I mean? Or, Garrus, go kick that guy in the testicles, and you'll go up and punt him in the balls. I wish that you could do that. That'd be awesome. But that is the cool part of it. But the dialogue in text is annoying that you shouldn't have to. And me trying to talk to in my commentary for that playthrough, I don't see how I'd really be able to, because I'm trying to talk to you guys about it. Normally I stay quiet for the dialogue, but say I'm saying something